Hi everybody, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I am coming to you with hashtag Thursday Booktube. And this is hosted by Daphnee at My Mountain Home and Kitchen and Patti at Life with Patti. This is an open collab. Anyone that has a book that they would like to talk about, book or books, coloring books or written, or recipe books, or I've shown an old dictionary before. It's just anything, it's very open. So it's hashtag Thursday Booktube if you want to join. And I usually go through what I have been reading. And since I missed last week, I have a few books for sure. So currently this month, I had 2 rollover books from July. And then I had 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's 7 so far this, because I haven't put one in that I finished this morning. So, yeah, I'll just go through those reviews, those just basic reviews of each one of them. And I have figured I'll just do that. Sorry, I have been away. I've been working on that swap and I am so excited about it. And it's for the fall and I have probably gone crazy or something. And yeah, I have just had tunnel vision for it. So if I read and I do crafting and then I spend time with Mario. So my crafting has been taken up a lot of time. So anyways, let's start. So the first one that I'm going to go through is Anita de Monte Laughs Last. And this I gave 2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It is so sad that there were important messages in this book. And it was just, I can't think of any other word except nonsense. It was just, and what gets me is this was inspired by a real person. And it just, to me, it almost made a mockery out of her. I was not impressed. I did take some of the messages. There were important messages in it. And discussions about art I enjoyed. And that it was inspired by a real person as well. I didn't think supernatural elements were warranted here. I did not like the main character at all. I almost found her a little obnoxious. And really, the author should have just did a biography of the person. I don't know. I'm even second guessing my 2 stars. Like, I did put 2 in my spreadsheet too, so it's not a 1.5, but I'm even second guessing the 2. So anyways, did find a quote out of it that I liked. So that he thought he could do something so dramatic, so violating, and get away with it, presume her to be grateful for it even, was only possible because he had told her in ways great and small that he knew best, and she had signaled that he was correct. So take that as you want. Anyways. One of the next one though was my fave out of the month. Fave so far this month, and it was called There Are Rivers in the Sky. I loved this book. I loved it. I loved it. If I could have given this 10 stars, I would have. Now, I'll give you a preamble here. Mario and I watch a lot of documentaries, and yeah, almost too much, I think, sometimes. But anyways, we watch a lot of documentaries. So I have learned a little bit over years about Mesopotamia. I can never pronounce it. Mesopotamia, cuneiform, stuff like that. I won't go into what those things are. If you want to check out my review, they're written there. But anyways, the research alone on this, and this is, it's about, it starts with water, and it's not just, but the research the author had to go into. She was so detailed that she must have, oh, it's amazing. Anyways, it follows three people. One is from London back in the 1800s, and then there is another lady that is in London present day, and there is another girl that is in Nineveh. I forget. Anyways, there's a little girl there, and it follows them along where in the end they're to where their lives intersect. And the characters were great. The personalities were able to be connected with, but I really liked the Arthur from the 1800s. They added images in there, which I thought was very, very well done. I liked how they interwove the stories, and it was so thought-provoking and so stimulating. I just couldn't get enough. The only thing that I do have con, of course, she used a lot of lists. Like comma, list. And I thought it was excessive. I don't know whether she was trying to get words in. I don't know. It was quite a long book, so, or longish. So I really don't know why. But anyways, I have fave quotes. Yeah. So 3 main ones. Poverty is a nation with no borders, and he is no foreigner in it, but a native son. I'd have thought especially an immigrant would understand what it feels like to meet loss and still not be defeated. And then let the great world spin forever down the ringing grooves of change. I loved it. I gave it a 5. I know, you're shocked, right? I was just so, yeah, into that one. The next one was Greta and Valdin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And this one here was really different and novel than I'm used to. It is, I did give it a 3.5 out of 5, but I gave it a 4 on Goodreads, I think. Didn't I? Why aren't they showing my... I don't know why they're not showing my thing. Anyways, so my initial thoughts on it was that I started off not liking the book at all. And then I kept listening, and I just really enjoyed how quirky it was. At first I'm sitting there like, this is weird. Like, but I really include it was kind of like, you know how Seinfeld was kind of like about nothing. Well, this kind of made me feel like Seinfeld. Anyways, it was quirky, it was LGBTQ plus, it was humorous, it was I loved the main characters, and the ending was really good. So now I did not feel it was an audiobook, and I felt that the narrators' voices were hard to differentiate between. And and the names of the secondary um, um, secondary characters were close in them, so you had to really think sometimes who was who. But it is a cute little book, and yeah, well worth the read. And favorite quote was, "Sometimes I think I can regain control by doing everything right, but the things I think I need to do don't make any sense. It's like being extremely superstitious, but also hating yourself." So, yeah, loving it. Okay, so next one up is a spell for drowning. This one was interesting as well. Um, I found this one's an arc. It's coming out January 2026, so I'll try to remember to remind you. The rating I gave it was a 3.5, and the initial thoughts were this was a good, it was a simple fantasy. There was not, although there was world building, there was not a lot of it. There's not a whole whack of characters to keep in mind and things like that. So I wasn't able to find a favorite quote. It wasn't anything that was, there was nothing incredible about it. It was just a cozy little fantasy. So I found the plot was good, and it was simply written. It would be really good for somebody just trying to start fantasy. And the character development and personalities were good, and the pacing was good. So, nothing specific for critiques, but I did not have a fave quote either. It was not, yeah, there was nothing profound about it. It was just a good, cozy, fun story about, yeah, well, fun. Fun. I have to put that in, quotes, but nothing that would, it was nothing awe-inspiring, but it was a good little book. Next is A Man Called Ove, about Ove. And people know that it is one that has come out, I think, as a movie, if I remember. Tom Hanks, I think, plays it, maybe. So this one I gave a 3 out of 5, I think. Yeah, it was a 3 out of 5, and it's a cozy little story, humorous. Relationships between the characters were especially between Parvana and Ove. The backstory was really good. I found it a bit predictable and cliche a little bit. But my favorite quote was, "We always think there's enough time to do things with other people, time to say things to them, and then something happens, and then we stand there holding on to the words like if." Yeah. came close to home. And then Vera Wong's Snooping on a Dead Man. And this is a cute little mystery. I gave it, I think I gave, 4 out of 5 stars on it. Although it wasn't as funny as Vera Wong's Guide to Murder. Which one is the initial one here? Just a sec. Let me see what's Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. So it wasn't as funny as the first one, but it was still very cute mystery. The characters, I love the main character in it. Though the reading of the first book helped with some of the characters in this book, it can be read alone. So if you just want to try this one, the original storyline didn't use the same template. So what I liked about it is that it didn't follow almost the exact same thing as the first book, which sometimes you get, right? And then it touched on senior loneliness, which is really something important. Also touched on the possible behind the scenes look at influencers. And, you know, not everybody has a perfect house like mine. I won't even show you the rest of the room. Heartwarming. And cons, the multitude of characters got a little bit confusing. And fave quote is, "I am a Chinese mother. All I do is create conflict." You think CIA knows anything about destabilizing? They know nothing compared to me. It's just little quirky things in there that I enjoy, like with the first book. So yeah, just a cozy mystery. So I know that was like, but yeah, I will put below my reviews for all of the books that I read so far this month. I'll post the ones that I finished that rolled from July, and also post the ones I just talked about. So thank you very much for stopping by, and I am going to record a video for my Happy Mail. Okay, thanks. Bye.